In this video, we'll show you how to calibrate pH with a Thermo Orion ProStar pH bench meter kit. Before we start, we'll need to prepare the meter and the pH electrode. The Orion ProStar meter's on-screen guides for meter connections and pH electrode preparation can help. There's even a pH calibration tour that shows you each step of a 3-point calibration. These on-screen tools are great for first-time users and as refreshers for those who use the equipment infrequently. We'll also need to gather the right supplies: laboratory wipes, electrode fill solution, pH buffers at 4, 7, and 10 pH, a stirrer probe, a waste beaker, and a wash bottle of purified water. For a good, valid calibration, it's important to avoid reusing buffers. Always use fresh pours of unexpired buffers. Single-use buffer pouches or 60 milliliter bottles are also good options. Now, let's prepare the pH electrode. First, remove the electrode from the storage bottle by unscrewing the top. Then, remove the bottle and the cap. This helps prevent a vacuum that can pull fill solution from the electrode. Notice that the fill solution in the electrode and the storage solution in the bottle have not formed crystals or become dried out. This means that the electrode has been properly stored. If you're using a refillable electrode, as we are here, open the fill hole and top off the fill solution. This helps to ensure proper flow of the electrolyte solution. Rinse the electrode and the stirrer probe with purified water from the wash bottle. Gently shake the electrode holder to remove excess water droplets. If desired, blot briefly and gently with a laboratory wipe to remove excess water. Place the electrode into the first buffer. In this case, we're starting with pH 4. Then tap the Calibrate button on the meter. Instructions on the Orion ProStar meter screen guide you through the calibration. Tap Start to begin. When using a stirrer probe, stirring will start automatically. If you're using a magnetic stir and stir bar, start stirring manually now. A spinning progress indicator and the message Reading Stabilizing display while the electrode senses pH and reads the buffer temperature. When a green check and the Reading Stable message displays, the Orion ProStar meter has automatically recognized the pH buffer and assigns the correct pH value for the buffer at the measured temperature. Tap the Next button to accept the first calibration point. Again, the Orion ProStar meter provides on-screen instructions to prepare for the next calibration point. Remove the electrode and stirrer probe from the pH 4 buffer and rinse thoroughly with generous amounts of purified water to remove all traces of the buffer. We're ready for our next calibration point. Lower the electrode and stirrer into the pH 7 buffer and tap Continue on the meter screen. It's best to calibrate at 2 or more pH values to determine calibration slopes, which tell us about the validity of our calibration. The reading has stabilized and the meter has locked on the correct pH value for the pH 7 buffer at the measured temperature. Tap Next to accept the second calibration point and prepare for the third calibration point at pH 10. We should note at this point that temperature measurement is an important component for accuracy. During calibration, temperature readings are used to assign the correct, accurate pH values to the calibration buffers. For example, a pH 10 buffer has a known value of 10.01 at a temperature of 25 degrees Celsius, but has a known value of 10.06 at 20 degrees Celsius. When measuring samples, temperature readings allow the meter to stay in calibration by adjusting the calibration to match the sample temperature. The meter has recognized pH 10 and it's displaying the known value at this temperature. You can accept the results of the third calibration point and complete the calibration by tapping the Done button. The calibration summary shows all 3 calibration points, the average slope, and the segment slopes. An average slope of 92 to 102% is generally acceptable. Check the segment slopes. When they are both similar, it indicates that all 3 buffers have retained their integrity and have not degraded. You can be confident that the electrode is working, the calibration buffers are valid, and that the calibration is good. Tap the Measure button to view the measurement menu. You're ready to make accurate pH measurements with the Thermo Orion ProStar pH bench meter. Thank you for watching. Visit thermofisher.com/Orion ProStar to learn more.